YouTube, welcome in. Look, don't worry about the win streak. You know what you need to worry about? The pog streak. We're gonna bounce back with Udis. Udis to Shield. Why not us? Why not now? You want to play along at home? Gilly Willy Jilly Hilly, A&W Root Beer, Zelly Quilly. That's a good start. Diplopia? Epiporia. What is Epiporia in real life? Did Eddie make some of this stuff up? Why no random character for extra gamba? G-Doggy? You know what? You gotta ask yourself one question. In life, are you Squidward or are you SpongeBob? The answer is neither. You're a Patrick. You ever notice how SpongeBob and Ren and Stimpy are the same lore art world? Is it the same artist? What the heck is that? What even is that? Also, little deep lore for you. I am friends with, if you listen to the SpongeBob SquarePants song, I am friends with, at the time, this was like 20 years ago. She's a grown adult now. I think she's probably like 35. I am friends with the girl who is the background voice singing SpongeBob SquarePants, like the kid in the background. She gets royalties to this day, I think to the tune of 10 cents. I know, it's deep lore. We got all kind of lore here. Super excited to be back. I think, you know, now that no spoilers, everything is over, it's the journey to normalcy. That's what we're doing. The journey to normalcy. Well, Dan, nothing about anything you ever did was normal. But yeah, you know what is? Roid Rage. Put him in right here. Put him right here. Put him right here. This trinket is AT. Is it though? So speaking of AT, you know the thing about computers? Doesn't happen often, but every now and then, computers do something you don't want them to do. Like, yes, mommy. We're not going to get into the ethics of it, but I'm sure you will. The ethics, look, because I like to avoid controversial topics here. But we're not going to get into the ethics of leaving your computer on all night, because that's what I do. Because I don't know why you would turn it off. It doesn't use any electricity. Anyways, for every now and then, your computer does something you don't want it to do. And mine was just randomly resetting. It wasn't like I was like overrunning it, doing anything verbose to it. I didn't even change anything. Well, looks like you don't have to change anything for stuff to happen. Also, how come we have spectral tears? Like, I don't know if you know that, but sometimes computers just change stuff on their own. There's this, I found out this magical thing. The magical thing is called, you can Google it now on your own computer. It's called memory.dmp. And I've been around computers since I was since you were in Pampers. Since I was a little kid. I've never heard of a dump file. Like, why would Bill Gates create his own extension and call it a dump file? Like, you just call it a text doc. Why does it have to be a dump file? It's like they knew their computer was gonna crash, so they made a special crash file. Crashes happen? Yeah, but like, to me, that's faulty programming. Like, you're basically, if you're creating a dump file, like the extension, it means you know you have a faulty product. You can't program other people's programs. Yeah, but you can force them to do things. You know what? You know what it comes down to? And I wish I had the button, but it comes down to developers. It's not the operating system, it's the developers. So why doesn't Microsoft just hire better developers? That's what I don't understand. Also, I like this trinket. A little risky, but we'll take it. I don't know, I think doubles all clear rewards. I'm gonna say no to this, but yes to that. I'm gonna say no to this, but yes to this. Say no to this, but yes to this. We have to. No, we'll get that again.
Absolute insanity. Who would do such a thing? It's like inventing airbags for a car because you're expecting crashes. Unbelievable behavior, to be honest. Makes no sense at all. It's like horsing at the end of a god run. Like, why?
Wait, we can't get that. Yeah, no, I'm serious though. Like, here's my thing. No BM. Why are you making a file extension if you know everything's gonna crash?
Dang Hunt Dang.
It's not. I know you think it's not a bit. It's like, you know that something's going wrong, so you're like, hey, I know we're not gonna fix this, but just put all the information there so we can't fix it. So let me ask you this: in the court of binary code law, if my computer keeps resetting without being unasked for, brought me a sandwich unasked for, whose fault is it? Because someone's got to take ownership. I don't believe this. I don't believe what I'm seeing in chat. Right? 91% say it's my fault, but I'm not hitting the reset button. Like if I was hitting the reset button, I'm with you. Okay, but I'm not. When did it start happening? Like 6 months ago, and I didn't really care that it was doing it until I had to worry about reruns. Like, what do I care? I really don't care if the computer resets itself. What do I care? I don't care. It's the one-off case that when it resets itself and I don't want it to, that it matters. What happens if you redline a car every time you drive it? Well, you get a gum room. You get a gum room. That's what happens when you redline your car every time you slam the pedal to the metal. You get a gum room. So much so we're gonna turn the music back on. Gummy room, gummy bears, gummy fruit, gummy candy. What is this? Entering room causes 7 tears to orb. I don't even know what. I know the beauty of this whole thing. I don't know what any of the gum room items are, and never will. I can read this wall of text. I'm not reading it. I'm just gonna take it and try to figure out what it is as we go on, and that's why you watch. All right, where did that ring come from? Yeah, so I guess what the memory dump said, which is totally like absurd. There was a problem with the Realtek internet driver. If there's a problem with the internet, then it would just randomly drop out in the middle of a stream. Why it wouldn't cause the computer to reboot. That means,
my man.
Wait, do you think our driver was causing it to drop the whole time? Speaking of driving, no, it could be. You can't say for a degree of certainty.
Prime your primes.
Chad, you want to know something? I found out through a boys video. Twitch removed, I mean, this is inside baseball. Twitch removed, we have to buy this, the income cap. I didn't know that. When did that happen? Yeah, there was a big deal. They like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I had no idea. So here's what, like, look, and I say this in not a BM way. I gotta give sleight of hand Dan Clancy some props. Holy, he's like, hey, you want your 70-30 split back? You can take it. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good deal. I didn't read the fine print. The fine print was, if you're priming in a non-K, well, in any country, it's like now you get like a percentage of prime. You don't get the full prime. Bottom line, chat. To me, it was surprising. But end of the day, this is my opinion. And it'd be, well, oh, that's easy for you to say. It's not, but it is not easy to say. To me, it's like, I can't control that, right? Like, look, tomorrow you wake up, they could take away subscribing. Okay, they're not going to, but they could. But I can't control that. What I can control is that you're watching Isaac to a Janet Jackson song while we're talking about Lord knows what. That's what I can control. And as long as I'm able to continue to control that.
Enjoy the split.
You know? What else? The other thing I can control is that I'm going to tell you we're going to be using the light phone for 40 days. And then I'm going to report back. Getting rid of the smartphone. I'll tell you when that starts. The other thing I can control is that in this year, we're getting the Liza P Platinum. Yep. The other thing I can control is that in the spring, we're getting chickens. So the other thing I can promise you is that there's gonna be some insane banter where you're gonna be like, Dan, is this your real life? You're getting rid of your smartphone for 40 days? Yes, that's all true. You can also control if you short a stock or not, right? Like, so Rinny X posted the YouTube video today, and the Isaac episode is titled "Shorting Stocks in Isaac." What stock are we supposed to short? I forgot to do that. Best Buy, okay. Chat, can we short a stock? See, I think the learning process in shorting a stock would be is I have no idea what that is or how to do it. But isn't one way you can have infinite losses and one way you can just lose everything? I prefer to like do neither, but if we are gonna do one, I don't want to be infinite losses. Daniel's finance should literally start and end with a Lego set. So in case you have no idea what we're talking about, we started a challenge in the Discord like a week or two ago. Said, what do we're going to turn in $10 into $100,000. And we started with a Lego set and we turned 10 into 35. And right now we're just waiting for the next opportunity to turn 35 into 3,500. It was started on October 2022. Look, the date doesn't matter. It just matters that we're going to do it. We actually sold it for $29.56. So we turned $10 into how much? How come we keep getting hurt? Shard of glass? How do we stop the bleeding? Heal? What if there are no heals? Then you keep bleeding? Well, are we more apt to drop hearts because we have shard of glass?
18 months of post.
Yo, Graham Slam, thanks for the 18 months. Uh-oh. Heart me. Melissa Joan me. Marry me. No, like Mary Hart from Entertainment Tonight with John Tesh. How about John Tesh was a host, then he turned into a music guy. And then he made the song from NBA and NBC. And then what he did is actually he created the song of NBA and NBC via, he did it via voicemail. Do you ever hear that story? Why in chat if you know the NBA and NBC theme song? Varicose veins. Honestly, like I got a pretty strong stomach. I can't watch ACL injuries or varicose veins. You don't know the NBA and NBC song? I wish we could play it, but John Tesh would DMCA us. Can't watch any sports injury. Just knees. Everything else is fine. It's just the knees, man, because the knees weren't meant to bend. Knees were only meant to bend 45 degrees, not 90. Look, you shouldn't take advice from me, but if you are going to take advice from me, you should take the good advice. The good advice is there's no shame in knowing when to, like, gear down a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, maybe in my mid to late 20s, I'd get into a lemon suit on a TV show and I'd be okay with getting juiced, you know, for some lowbrow entertainment. But as an adult, you're like, I don't really want to get into a lemon costume anymore. Same thing with like playing sports. Like, hey, you're around 30, you'd be like, like I hear some creaks a little bit. Maybe instead of playing round ball with the boys, maybe you just hit the gym instead. Limit your opportunities to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe play some low impact sports, pickleball, golf, paddleball, you know? Like I told you that I got invited to play in a pickup basketball game. I'm like, how physical is it? We're like, we just run up and down the court, you know? Bro, I know what that translates to. A couple shots to the ribs here. A couple sweaty Andes get out rebounded. They get a little, you know, little salty. No, thank you. Yeah, we'll call our own fouls. Bro. Yeah, I'll call my own fouls watching the Pistons. And I think the other thing too about knowing like how much you want to be in competitive sports at your particular age depends on your self-awareness. Look, I know if I'm getting chipped, I'm not going to chip them back, but I'll promise you this. I'm going to drive the hole a little bit harder, a little bit stronger. So I'm like, rather than do that, let me not put myself in that situation where I got to hit the hole that hard. Spawns doubles trinket effect. Daddy says, yep. Where should we use that? Also, look, I'm really not trying to be that guy. I'm really not. And this isn't me speaking. This is some contingency of the community. Do you ever see Mama Mega and think,
Mame.
I'm just saying, like if you were a cartoon bomb, you know? I'm just saying. What do you mean no? I didn't even ask a question. How can you say no? I didn't even ask a question. Sometimes you had enough. I said I had enough.
I've had enough! I've had enough!
Maw of the Void. Rip it. No, where's the boss rush room? It doesn't stay open? Why wouldn't that stay open? What's the point of her then, man? Need to unlock the negative. How do we do that? Shield. Okay. Kill Stan. Julian Melendez. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate support. This boss victory is for you. Angel room. What happened to our spacebar item? Yo, if Dan Campbell's watching your stream, what do I say to him? I tell him stop watching the stream and go get some good players. So basically, we need to be aware of our heart situation. What causes us to bleed here? Is it just time? I mean, it's a strong run if we could pick up getting hit. Oh, we just won't get hit then. So if you get hit with, we just won't get hit. I thought it was random. We just, then it's a guaranteed win because we won't get hit. All right, hang in here. Yo, why don't we just shoot this way the whole time? Is there a tier cap doing it this way? Epiphoria. Is that a real life thing? Is that like if you cry a lot, you end up crying more?
Health up.
What does epiphoria mean? Medical definition for having excess tears or watery eyes? Why isn't it just called being overly sensitive? I wasn't gonna ask, but that one I was waiting for.
The stars.
I thought... I thought stars takes you to a secret room. We're in trouble. Will we take a full D? Because we'll be a half a heart. Come on, please. We have to clear the room. Never mind. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. Holy. We're so back. Okay, calm, calm. Brian DeCalma. Brian DeCalma. +1s in chat. Holy saved. All right. We need this one. We need this one. Now we hold her. Epiphorias. Why in chat if you have epiphoria in real life? And in chat if you don't cry. The womb is scarred. Go get the Hierophant card. Where is the card? Chat, I don't even know what card you're talking about. What card are you talking about? Where did that even come from? How did you know we had that? I didn't even see that. We must have been ranting about something. Take a mouthful of that, buddy. You versus the you she told you about.
Happy Monday, Dan and chat.
What? Wait, what happens if you're bleeding and you can't heal? We're gonna lose those? That's John in Tennessee. Heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. So we should not be bleeding anymore. Okay, holy cow. All right, we got this. This could be a nice win here. We gotta go back quickly. Are we taking full heart or half heart D? Holy. Don't say well, Gary. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1000 cobalt. We left it on the table. My only question, Eddie, my question to you is, I used the white horse, not horsing, and that happened. Well, Dan, let's see what happened. You hit the wall and the wall stopped the iframes and then you heard, that's what happened.